What is going on, everybody, and welcome to another Minecraft command block tutorial video. So you guys have been asking me how to make a Skyblock island generator, so I'm going to be showing you guys how to do that for everybody wanting to make Skyblock or whatever kind of server that you guys are wanting to do. So I got this spawn here, and you'll spawn here, whatever, and you're a brand new player. So the way that this works is whenever you're ready to, however fancy you want to set it up, I just got it right here. Whenever you're ready to start a brand new island on your realm or your server, we'll just go over here and it'll take us to a random island. Boom. We are now on our island, and I didn't make it too far, but okay, so there's got some over there. Okay, so it spawned right there. Okay, so now there's a couple things. I'm going to show you how to make it where it spawns super far away, or if you want it to spawn near other players randomly. So as you could saw that it was over there at one time and over there at one time and over there at one time, because I was just playing around with different spread players. So I'll give you two examples, but this one is mine. So I'm going to place 2 stone here, and you can see the armor stand is there. Let's go ahead and go back to spawn. And if I run back over here, I'm going to show you something else as well. If I run back over here and I want to go back to my island, all I got to do is just go ahead and go back to island, and it takes me back to my island after I'm at spawn and I'm doing whatever I'm doing at spawn. And it's really easy. So I'm just going to go ahead and go to tag at all. I'm going to do remove has land, and I'm going to do tag at all remove home. So once you remove those two, then it kind of counteracts right here whenever you're at spawn. So if I come back, I'm a brand new player. I no longer have those tags. I wasn't able to get an island and stuff, so I'm a new player that just joined, blah, blah. And then I run over here. I will then be spawned here. The other island, yep, should be there. So it spreads around randomly, and we'll start generating these. Now, if this player goes back to spawn, and he goes back into the island generator, or the portal to go back to your deal here, you can see what's going on, and there it goes. So the one with the deal was right there, so I spawned at this one, and it's right there now. So that's how that works, and now I'm going to show you guys the command. Don't worry about that over there or anything. But this is the main one we're cloning. This is the island that we're cloning. So you'll need to get the coordinates from the bottom to the top over there to whatever you're cloning inside of this area for your generator for your Sky Wars or your Sky Island, your Skyblock, to generate like that. Now, like I said, sometimes they might be next to each other, so I'm going to show you guys the spread players right now. So let's go ahead and go look at these spread players. The first thing is you're going to execute at all, execute E, type equals an armor stand, and you're going to give this specific armor stand. Now you can make it invisible and everything else so people can't see it. Give it a whole bunch of health or whatever, but you'll execute this armor stand with the tag count 1, basically R equals 1. So when any player is within 1 block of this island generator, it's going to spread in the Z axis. So if you guys don't know about spread players, now you don't have to do this, you could just do a regular teleport over and then clone. So spread players, let's do spread players, and then you'll see like this. So it's in the X value and then the Z value. So it's either, you know, whichever you're going. I'm using the Z value. I'm going to do 30. So I did 30. You could do it more. And you're going to spread the float, which is 30. And you're going to do 31. So you could do something like that, which I have. So you'll do 30. So you'll definitely go 30 blocks over to the right on your world if you use the Z. Or you could use to the left on the X axis. And you could do that even more. So if you don't want people to be next to each other, you want to create like barriers around people, or if you don't want that at all and you want people to be able to interact with other islands, steal people's stuff, whatever, then you can leave it how it is. But if you do, then I would do 60 for all of these like that, and then clone barriers around that. So you would put clone like a barrier around that. So depending on however you want the islands to be. Now that's totally up to you guys. Now, after this is just executing at E, type equals an armor stand, tag equals island, C equals 1. And it's going to detect if there is error below that armor stand. And if it is, it's going to clone that island, -3, 110, and -3. Now, these, the -3, 110, -3, you might have to play with those yourself to get it directly underneath the armor stand on that little stone block that I did. You're going to have to play with your own coordinates because if you don't play around with your own coordinates, it might teleport the armor stand, like right here, because you're going to start your cloning here. So the armor stand will be here and fall down, or keep teleporting, which I'll show you in a second, and the island will be here. But you don't want that. You're going to want to play around with the commands to get the armor stand to always teleport here when it clones. So you're going to have to do that when you're doing around with clone. And all of these are cloning just to make sure that it does clone no matter how far you are in the world, which I did test out. So that's just that. You don't need them, but it's just an extra precaution. Now this one is going to basically say when you are within 1 block of the armor stand that has a tag of island, it's going to set your spawn point. So you're always going to spawn on that island. And since you can only build and do things on that island, if you place a bed, well, then that's where you're going to spawn after that. And you can only do it on that island, so then therefore you're always set to that island forever. And then this one over here is going to execute the armor stand that has a tag of island, count 1, and then within 1 block, like the other ones, it's going to basically say you now have land. So it's going to tag you has land, and once you have land, we'll go look at those commands in a minute. That means every time you go into the teleporter to go back to your island, you have the has land tag, so you're going to teleport back to your island, and only you. So you don't have to worry about other people going to your island, unless you know you don't care about the barriers or whatever around each player. Now this one is just tagging the armor stand with islands, so that's how you would do that. Now this one over here is going to execute at e type equals armor stand count equals 1. 112 is the distance where I'm at right here. So if I stand right here, it's 110. Well, I wanted it at 112, which is each one of those islands. So the armor stand always stays at 112 basically. That's how that would work, and it's going to teleport itself there. So it's never going to fall, never going to move up or down. It's basically going to stay hovering at 112. So the islands will all stay horizontal with each other and never be crazy amounts. Now this one over here is nothing, so let me just delete that. Now this one is basically going to be doing the same thing. It's going to execute the armor stand tag equals island count equals 1. Detect if there's air. It's or I already showed you that, didn't I? Yeah, I already showed you that. And then this one over here is execute E, or execute it to player, execute E, name equals stone, and this was just basically teleporting me back to spawn. So that way when I throw this down, it will do that. Not sure what this, oh yeah, no, I did this because I had the same thing, which is the cloning. I have all of these just one at repeat, and every time that these armor stands activate, I have it trying to clone that just in case, you know. You always gotta have it make sure, but technically you could delete these and keep this repeating one. Now this I set for when you go back home. So you'll want to place an end portal somewhere, and you want to get the coordinates so you know where the coordinates are. And then over at spawn, let's come over here. I has land. So now if I delete these, you can make it fancier with different commands and chains and stuff. I didn't do that. But basically, I have some stuff like this. This one's going to execute a tag equals island, TP at the player that doesn't have has land above the armor stand 1. So when you first come over here, you're a new player, you don't have the tag has land. So it's going to teleport you to that armor stand, and very quickly it's going to move the armor stand, clone everything so the next player can get that island, and so on and so on and so on. So you will move to that island that the armor stand's at now, and then this one over here is going to execute a player that does have tag. It's going to add you to has home. It's going to tag you at a home tag. So if you now have the home tag, because you have the tag has land, it's going to teleport you to the coordinates where I have the end portal there. And if you go into the end, which I'm gonna have to remove myself from the tag just to show you, tag at player remove home. So let's remove home because that's the only one it's testing for. So let's go into the portal. And if you go into the portal, you're going to need to, in your server, go ahead and find the spawn to this and place one command block. And this is what it's going to be. It's going to execute at the player that has a tag of home. It's going to set a block of an end portal below them, like you saw, and it's basically going to play the credits and let you go back to your island. And that's exactly how that is. So if I come up here and I just do tag at player, add, and then home, boom, you saw it placed it down, and then immediately I am spawned back at my island. And if I go back here, and I decide I want to come over here, and let me just place some pressure plates, just like before. So I'm just going to do that, and place that that way, and boom, it will teleport me back home. So now I'm back home. And if I want to go back to spawn, boom, do around whatever I'm going back to spawn, and go back to my island. And that's how that would work. It's really easy, kind of simple. It's not hard stuff, but that's pretty much the commands and each player that joins. But like I said, you could mess around with the spread players, but that's how that would work. And that's pretty much it. It's not very many commands. It's just a lot of to take in and stuff. But hopefully you kind of understand, guys. Sorry, I did do my best to explain it. If you need help, go join the Discord, be in the description below, and I will see you guys in the next one. I'll try and help you if you're having any problems. That's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys can make some awesome Skyblock servers, and I'll see you in the next one.